morning, students of class 10. Today from English section we are going to start our second textbook, that is Footprints Without Feet. And from that, lesson number 1, a triumph of surgery. A triumph of surgery. Do you know the meaning of triumph? Triumph means victory. Vijay. And next, surgery means operation. In this lesson, there is Tricky, a small dog, is pampered and overjoyed by his rich mistress, the female of master. Female of master. He falls seriously and his mistress consults a veterinary surgeon. Does he perform an operation? Does the dog recover? This is the story of a small dog who is treated by his rich mistress, and when that dog falls seriously ill, she takes him to a veterinarian vet. Animals doctor. There are several question answers. So first you read the lesson, first you learn the lesson, then you can do all the exercises. I was really worried about Tricky this time. I hear the narrator. I is the narrator. The narrator says he was really worried about that dog. I had pulled up my car when I saw him in the street with his mistress, and I was shocked at his appearance. When the narrator, the author, first saw the dog along with his mistress, he was very much worried, and he had become hugely fat like a bloated sausage with a leg at each corner. That dog is compared with sausage. That dog is compared with food item that so much chubby had become. His eyes, bloodshot and dreamy, stared straight ahead and his tongue lolled from his jaws. 2-3 things happened which shows that the dog was not proper. Mrs. Compresi hastened to explain. Mrs. Compresi, his owner, of the dog, hurried to explain he was so listless. Mr. Heriot, the narrator, himself a doctor. Veterinarian doctor, he told, and his name, Mr. Heriot. Name of the doctor, Mr. Heriot. Name of the owner, Mrs. Compresi. He seemed to have no energy. I thought he must be suffering from malnutrition. The lady told the doctor the dog must be suffering from malnutrition. You know malnutrition. This is your scientific word. It shows that he was not fed up properly. So I have been giving him some little extras between meals to build him up, some mark and cod liver oil and a bowl of Horlicks at night to make him sleep. Nothing much more. To boost our calories, we provide the children or animals supplementary food so that they become healthy. She also provided the same thing. And did you cut down on the sweet thing as I told you? The doctor asked her if she stopped giving him sweet items. Oh, I did for a bit, but he seemed to be so weak I had to relate. He does love cream cakes and chocolates, so I can't bear to refuse him. The dog loved to eat chocolates, sweet dish, so she has to give her. And he does love cream cakes and chocolates, so she gave him. I looked down again at the little dog. That was the trouble. Tricky's only fault was greed. Tricky was greedy. Greedy. Whatever he loved, he wanted. That was the trouble. Tricky's only fault was greed. He had never been known to refuse food. He would tackle a meal at any hour of the day or night. And I wonder about all the things Mrs. Pompresi hadn't mentioned. The owner mentioned the things which were clear, some things she hid herself. Are you giving him plenty of exercise? Well, he has little walks with me as you can see. But Hodkin, the gardener, has been down with lumbago, so there has been no ring throwing lately. His mistress complained that he had very little exercise, that was just walking because of a gardener. The gardener, he couldn't help that dog. I tried to sound severe. Now I really mean this. If you don't cut his food right down and give him more exercise, he is going to be really ill. So, along with food items, he needed exercise. The doctor advised the lady. You must harden your heart and keep him on a very strict diet. He needs two main things. One, proper diet. And second, exercise. These two things are must for every animal, every human being, diet and exercise. Mrs. Pompresi wrung her hands. Oh, I will, Mr. Heriot. I am sure you are right. But it is so difficult, so very difficult. She set off, head down along the road, as if determined to put the new regime into practice immediately. As soon as the doctor told her, she was ready to take the dog for exercise. I watched their progress with growing concern. Tricky was tottering along in his little tweed coat. He had the whole wardrobe of these coats, the appearance of the dog. For the cold weather and a raincoat for the wet days. He has different appearance, different costume for different weather. He struggled on drooping in his harness. I thought it would be long before I heard from Mrs. Pompresi. The doctor was totally worried by looking at the dog, by looking at his appearance. The expected call came within a few days. Mrs. Pompresi was distraught. Tricky would eat nothing, refuse even his favorite dishes. After some days, the dog was becoming more and more ill. He stopped eating even his favorite dishes, and besides, he had bouts of vomiting. He spent all his time lying on a rug, panting. Didn't want to go for walks, didn't want to do anything. He neither walked nor have any food items, only just at one place, just like ill person. I had made my plans in advance. The only way was to get Tricky out of the house for a period. He had an idea to take out the dog from the house. I suggested that he be hospitalized for about a fortnight to be kept under observation. Doctor, if such serious cases are there, take the person into under observation. The poor lady almost soon, she was sure he would pine and die if he did not see her every day. His mistress had a habit to see the dog every day, and if he has been admitted to the hospital, then it was worry for her. But I took a firm line. Tricky was very ill, and this was the only way to save him. In fact, I thought it best to take him without delay. Followed by Mrs. Pompresi's wailings. I marched out to the car carrying the little dog wrapped in a blanket. She carried the dog in a blanket. The entire staff was roused and maids rushed in and out bringing his bed, his night bed, favorite cushions, toys and rubber things, breakfast bowl, lunch bowl, supper. Supper means dinner. The dog's mistress was very rich. She provided servants for that dog, everything, every comfort giving thing to the dog. I started to drive away. As I moved off, Mrs. Pompresi with a despairing cry threw an armful of the little coats through the window. I looked in the mirror before I turned the corner of the drive. Everybody was in tears. Everybody from that house for the dog was in tears. Everybody was crying for the dog, so they were fond of the dog. Out on the road, I glanced down at the pathetic little animal gasping on the seat by my side. I patted the head and Tricky made a brave effort to wag his tail. First time he moved his tail. Poor old lad means child. The dog was compared with a little child. You haven't a kick in you, but I think I know a cure for you. The doctor assured the dog that he would cure him properly. This was first part. Second part. At the surgery, the household dog surged around me. Tricky looked down at the noisy pet with dull eyes and when put down, lay motionless on the carpet. When first time he brought the dog into the hospital, into his house area, he was motionless, no movement. He would live with other dogs also. The other dogs, after sniffing around him for a few seconds, decided he was an uninteresting object and ignored him. When he was not playing with any dog, other dog left him aside. I made up a bed for him in a warm loose box next to the one where the other dogs lay. A bed also was for that dog. For 2 days I kept an eye on him, giving him no food but plenty of water. At the end of the second day, he started to show some interest in his surrounding, and on the third he began to whimper when he heard the dogs in the yard. First day no movement, second day little bit movement, on the third day he started moving somewhere, looking at other dogs. When I opened the door, Tricky trotted out and was immediately engulfed by Joe, the greyhound. Joe, name of a greyhound. Greyhound. And hound means hunting dog. Hound means hunting dog. First time he encountered with that Joe, with that hound and his friend, after rolling him over and thoroughly inspecting him, the dogs moved off down the garden. The dogs had a gang and they look at Tricky. Tricky followed them, rolling slightly with his surplus fat. He was a fatty animal, and so he also followed other dogs in the garden. Later that day, I was present at feeding time. I watched while Tristan sloped the food into the bowls. He was given food in the bowls. There was the usual headlong rush followed by the sounds of high-speed eating. Every dog knew that if he fell behind the others, he was liable to have some competition for the last part of his meal. When the dogs were provided meal, they attacked on the meal. There was a speed in their eating, and so this Tricky also followed them, and first time he started eating something. When they had finished, Tricky took a walk around the shining bowls, licking casually inside one or two of them. Next day an extra bowl was put out for him, and I was pleased to see him jostling his way towards it. On third, fourth day, when he started eating, he liked his favorite food also along with the common meal. From then on, his progress was rapid. Rapid means fast. From the third, fourth day, his progress, his improvement was rapid. He had no medicinal treatment of any kind, but all day he ran about with the dog, joining in their friendly scrimmages. He had no medical treatment given, just the atmosphere of other dogs. He discovered the joys of being bowled over, tramped on, and squashed every minute. These are the moments with other dogs. He became an accepted member of the gang of Joe, Greyhound. An unlikely silky little object among the shaggy crew, fighting like a tiger for his share at mealtime. They became friends. They were just like wild animal and this one thing. It was a soft and beautiful animal in them. Hunting rats in the old hen house at night. This dog hunted rats. He had never had such a time in his life. It was extraordinary time in his life. All the while, Mrs. Pompresi hovered anxiously in the background, ringing a dozen times a day for the latest bulletins. Every time she was in touch with the doctor, ringing him, asking questions. I dodged the question about whether his cushions were being turned regularly or his correct coat worn according to weather, but I was able to tell her that the little pillow was out of danger and convulsing rapidly. She asked him several questions to the doctor that how the dog was, how his beds, how his meals, how his appearances were there. So she asked him several questions, but the doctor answer was only one, that he was curing fast. The word convulsing seemed to do something to Mrs. Pompresi. She started to bring round fresh eggs, 2 dozen at a time, to build up tricky strength. For a happy period, my partners, I had 2 eggs each for breakfast. He had a heavy breakfast, heavy meal. But when the bottles of wine began to arrive, the real possibilities of the situation began to dawn on the household. Wine also was provided to the dogs. Eggs were provided to the dogs. It was to enrich Tricky's blood. Lunch became a ceremonial occasion with 2 glasses of wine before and several during the meal. He had 2 glasses of wine before every meal. We could hardly believe it when the brandy came to put a final edge of Tricky's constitution. Brandy type of wine. For a few nights, the fine spirit was rolled around, inhaled and reverently drunk. He became addicted at that time, addiction of sweet item, addiction of that wine. They were days of deep content, starting well with extra egg in the morning. In the morning eggs, improved and sustained by the midway wine, in the afternoon wine, and finishing luxuriously round the fire with the brandy. In the evening, he could get brandy. It was a temptation to keep Tricky on a permanent gaze, but I knew Mrs. Pompresi was suffering, and after a fortnight means a period of 14 days, felt compelled to phone and tell her that the little dog had recovered and was awaiting collection. After 14 days, the doctor declared that the dog was completely recovered. You can take him back. Within minutes, about 30 feet of gleaming black metal drew up outside the surgery. Outside the campus, she came. The chauffeur opened the door, and I could just make out of the figure of Mrs. Pompresi, almost lost in the interior. She entered. Her hands were tightly clasped in front of her. Her lips trembled. Oh, Mr. Heriot, do tell me the truth. Is he really better than before? Yes, he is fine. There's no need for you to get out of the car. I will go and fetch him. I will bring him. You wait here. I walked through the house into the garden. A mass of dogs, a group of dogs was hurtling round and round the lawn, and in their midst, ear flapping, tail waving, was the little golden figure of Tricky. It was beautiful object in all the dogs' attraction. In 2 weeks, he had been transferred into a lithe, hard muscle animal. He was keeping up well with the pack, stretching out of the great bounds, his chest almost brushing the ground. He had changed his health. He became an active animal that time. I carried him back along the passage to the front of the house. The chauffeur was still holding the car door open, and when Ricky saw his mistress, he took off from arms in a tremendous leap and sailed into Mrs. Compress's lap. As soon as his mistress entered the campus, the dog ran towards his mistress and he was very happy. She gave a startled ooh and then he had to defend herself as he swam over her, licking her face and barking. He identified, he recognized his mistress. During the excitement, I helped the chopper to bring out the beds, toys, cushions, coats, and bowls, none of which had been used. Whatever his mistress has provided into the hospital, nothing was used. He had been given the natural surrounding. As the car moved away, Mrs. Compressy leaned out of the window. Tears shone in her eyes. Her lips trembled. She was very grateful towards the narrator, to the doctor. Oh, Mr. Heriot, she cried. How can I ever thank you? This is a triumph of surgery. Surgery means not only operation in the hospital, but given proper treatment to the animal. This lesson shows that only medicinal treatment doesn't cure you, but we need the natural atmosphere. And if such atmosphere is given, any animal can be cured. After this lesson, read the lesson properly and write down all the new words in your homework notebook and question answers in your classroom. Thank you.